You are Locked On Ole Miss, your daily podcast on the Ole Miss Rebels. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Do us a favor, like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Subscribe to the podcast on whichever audio podcatcher you're listening to and give it a 5-star review. It costs absolutely nothing, but helps keep all of this free. And also, Locked On is getting ready to change the game yet again, all in the name of having fun following your team. It's all coming in December. We'll keep you posted. And don't forget to check out a second listen on the network. Nearly every team, college or pro, is ready for you. So in this game, if weather happens, honestly, it's a gift from God from Ole Miss. And everybody wants to talk about the Oklahoma defense, and they are good. Don't get me wrong. They are good at what they do. But the percentage in the analytics, honestly, behind an explosive play goes up on a soggy field in inclement conditions and weather-type games because the offense knows where they're going. And when you look at this, it's going to become a quarterback game. It just is. These games always turn out to be quarterback games. And Trinidad Chambliss being able to throw the ball downfield, even though it might be a little bit slick, it might be a little bit wet, if he can take care of the football and throw it down the field, Ole Miss has a huge advantage over John Mateer. Listen, Mateer is a heck of a quarterback, and we all know what was going on. He is a little over 2 weeks past surgery at this point. They lost to Texas. He didn't have the best game against South Carolina. They are genuinely worried about him gripping the football and being accurate, throwing it down the field when it's dry. So what happens in a wet condition? Is this a Michael Hawkins game, if we're going to be honest about it? Can John Mateer handle inclement weather and be the quarterback that he was against Michigan and against Auburn earlier in the season? If he can't, Oklahoma's offense becomes predictable. When an offense becomes predictable, every defensive coordinator in the Southeastern Conference can stop that offense. Well, with maybe the exception of Arkansas. They can't pretty much stop a runny nose at this point. But if Pete Golding knows that you're going to run the ball with Blaylock, or you're going to do some design quarterback stuff with John Mateer with no threat of the passing game, they're going to boa constrict you. This is a coach that coached with Nick Saban at Alabama. He understands the boa constrictor. If you cannot throw the ball down the field, that defense is going to get tougher and tougher to move against. They're going to be closer to the line of scrimmage. They're going to fit the run to make that extremely difficult. And then you have a repeat of the LSU offensive game plan on your hand going against this Ole Miss defense. So we will see what it looks like. If it is as bad as everybody's saying, and like thunderstorms, heavy rain, and all that on the Friday, and just rain over the course of Saturday morning going into kickoff, it's going to be a soggy field. It's going to be a tough place for somebody that might have trouble or you have concerns about gripping a football against. Whoever does not turn the ball over is going to win this game. Surprise, surprise. That is how football works. We will see exactly what it looks like, but this is serious edge to Trinidad Chambliss over John Mateer in this game. And if you can get their defense blocked, which against Texas, they did not overly just impress me, but their numbers are elite. Their numbers are next level. Good. But against Texas, they did not impress me. We will see what it looks like on the field on Saturday morning. So there's certain players to watch in this game. We talked about Trinidad Chambliss. I think that in inclement weather games, the quarterback becomes the most important player on the field. After that, it's just don't turn the football over. Over that is just don't slip. Your footing becomes everything. Chambliss's day is going to be absolutely massive for the Ole Miss Rebels. Now, this is a game that I expect that they're going to turn loose Suntarine and Perkins in this football game. They're going to make it to where he is getting after John Mateer. I think they want to speed up John Mateer, especially in inclement weather, with somebody that might have trouble gripping a football. They want to make him go a little faster than he's comfortable doing. When Oklahoma, who's on their availability report, they could be down to as many as 2 right tackles in this game. I think Suntarine and Perkins has a major role to play for the Ole Miss Rebels. You need to speed up John Mateer. You need to really test out his ability to control the football game throwing the ball. If he can't do it, that's going to change what you do. But if he can, that's going to change what you do. Suntarine Perkins is going to have a big role in going after John Mateer in this game. And Kewan Lacy, we talked about him a little bit earlier, from Lancaster High School, just outside of Dallas, Texas. He is one of the better running backs in the entire country and leads the nation, I think, in forced missed tackles over the course of the game. It would not surprise me if Lacy kind of broke out in this game and had like a 150-yard day. I know Oklahoma's defense is really good, but with the footing issues and all of that, his ability to force missed tackles, I think all of that's going to come into play, and he's going to pop one in this game. So we'll see exactly how that goes for Kewan Lacy. I'm curious to see. This is going to be a good football game. I think this is going to be, just like I said yesterday on the crossover show, this is going to be a front runner game. Whoever can jump on the other is probably going to be able to move a little bit easier than whoever falls behind. I think that if Ole Miss can score early in this game, let's say Ole Miss wins the toss and elects to receive, if they go down and score a touchdown, it's going to be very hard for Oklahoma because you're dealing with script stuff right now. I expect Ole Miss to do some stuff differently defensively. If you haven't studied 2024 Ole Miss, or you haven't even studied 2023 Ole Miss, I think some of that stuff is about to start coming out. And we'll see exactly what it looks like. I do know that when Ole Miss plays well, they play pretty well. But when they don't, like they did against Arkansas and against Georgia, it can look really bad. I mean, really bad. The good news for Ole Miss is this is a good matchup for them. This is a game to where you can hopefully I'm not calling it a get right game. Don't hear that, Oklahoma fans. But hopefully this is a game where you can start to feel better about yourself, because this is a good matchup. Oklahoma has struggled to run the ball. You've struggled to stop the run. You've struggled to generate turnovers. Well, they've been giving it to everybody. The things that this Ole Miss defense does poorly, Oklahoma is not in a position to take advantage of them. The advantage that Oklahoma has in this game is it is in Norman, Oklahoma. The first time that Ole Miss has gone up there in this lifelong rival game that's been a thing since about 3 weeks ago. I think this is going to be a good football game, and it's worth at least keeping an eye on, especially at the quarterback position, because we'll see exactly how that goes as well. Anyway, and our final segment is prediction time. We're giving you our score picks for Saturday and a few juicy prop bets as well that I have circled heading into the weekend. Stick around. It's all coming up next right here on Locked On Ole Miss. All right, so thanks again for making the Locked On Ole Miss podcast your go-to source for Ole Miss sports. We pride ourselves in offering the most comprehensive perspectives, which is why we're the front door of Ole Miss. We had John Forcade, Todd Wade, and Bill Flowers on the show this week. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It helps the show, and it's absolutely free. Your support means the absolute world to us. And another big moment for Locked On, college football fans. Locked On and Fire TV are presenting College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll of Locked On Big 12 leads the conversation, a long time two-time AP Coach of the Year Gary Patterson, former college star Jesse Holley, and Locked On's local experts. It's a college football preview that only Locked On can do. Catch College Football Kickoff every Thursday throughout the season, only on Fire TV. Hotty toddy, everybody. And remember, analytics is just the old English word that means bad football. We'll see you tomorrow.